All right, buddy. Two six-figure paydays this week. You are only the third driver in sprint car racing history between Brent Marks and David Gravel. What is that feeling like to be in the history books like that?
It's special. I've always been a fan of the history of sprint cars, and I've just learned to appreciate where you're at and who you're racing against and who raced before you and paved the way for us to be here now in a world of six-figure sprint car racing being more frequent and just overall just extremely healthy. So besides that though, it's just special to win a sprint car race in general, and it being an outlaw race makes it even sweeter, and and then adding not one but two six-figure races is just mind-boggling to me at times right now, and I feel like I haven't been able to fully process it yet. Just been with a lot of the fans and hanging out with friends and family and the crew, and just appreciating the moment that we're in. So still in awe.
Baylaw got the jump on you, start, and you were moving around, but you talked about just getting out front, having that chance to stay out there, and you thought maybe you were going to miss your chance. But to the next question, when you were cruising out front, 6 to go or where to go, you had a problem lapping Brady Bacon.
Yeah.
What did you think going in your head? Did you know that Baylog was closing in on you towards the end there?
I felt like I could tell someone was, and I'm we're pretty lucky here. You can see the board on the backstretch, and if they're showing your car and there's a car behind you, obviously there's got to be someone there. But could kind of, as a driver, you sense when someone is there or not there, and felt like I kind of stalled out in traffic and got tighter as the race went on. And then, kind of got back, got my feet back under me again, and then started racing with Brady, and he chopped me actually, and raced me back. So I don't know if he just thought that I was, racing for position behind him, and so that kind of, got me up in the seat a little bit, and then we had that yellow, and I looked up at 3 to go. I was like, okay, just gotta, regroup and just relax a little bit, because in 3 laps you're not going to catch traffic here, and single file restart, and the track's cleaned off a little bit now, so I figured, okay, I just need to get 3 laps on the top and tow them the long way around on the restart to kind of try and distance myself, and was able to do that and put just 3 good laps together and cap it off.
With this history year so far you're having, listen to this history, the numbers are staggering. Over $400,000 in the last week you've done, and already $556,000 for this year. You are one of the best in this sport, in this industry already. Did you ever imagine reaching these heights in this industry, in this sport, as you as a driver?
Not in a million years. I grew up, in California, going to the Gold Cup, and that was like our vacation. And Steve Kinser was always my hero, and he's still my hero. And I grew up going to the outlaw races or any sprint car race growing up, and then got into go-karts really young, and didn't come from a lot, and had to kind of earn my way into it, and got to win to perform, or you got to perform by way of winning, obviously, to earn your keep, and it's just special to win at this level that I never ever thought I would have been able to be at, and to do it for an iconic car for Dennis and Teresa Roth with Mobil 1 and Toyota, obviously the Roth car being from California as well. It's just really cool for me, and a young me probably didn't know what my life would look like. There was a minute where I'm from sprint cars, moved to the Midwest to race sprint cars, and then was in a midget for 3 years, and then got to run this and got to run that and everything in between, and but finally got to get back into sprint car, and always wanted to win outlaw races. I was able to finally win an outlaw race, and then got with Roth, and I feel like we've just snowballed in a good way. Every race I just feel like we get better every year in a short amount of time, and that just goes all to Dennis, Teresa Roth, Todd Ventura, Andy Graves, Dylan, Nate, and John. They do an incredible job for me, and it's really all because of them. I'm just the guy that gets to drive the car, and I just want to make them proud.
Take a deep breath. After what happened 2 years ago, what does this feel like to you now to get this done?
Feels good to get redemption. Last year felt really, really big, just because I felt like we kind of got redemption. You know, we won the High Bank Nationals, but in a smaller dollar amount scale. And then, you know, I thought it'd be a really cool, you know, obviously a really hard goal, but if I could win both six-figure races this week, I would be extremely satisfied. If we could even win one, I'd be really satisfied. And we just had a dream weekend, you know, running third the first night, putting ourselves in a good position for, you know, the 100,000. Was able to win that one, and then, you know, had another really good points night yesterday, and just put it all together today, and just kind of just in awe, but just really proud, and just happy to be living in this moment of such a healthy time of sprint racing.